Hi there. Hi, everyone. Ah, well, thank you for telling me, Verpy, and good evening. And hi, Tim and Richard and Stefan. I love your painting, or what is it? Drawing? No, it's pastel, isn't it? Of your tiger. It's really beautiful. I look forward to seeing it finished, because didn't you say it wasn't finished? Anyway, perhaps. Hi, Yvonne and Dorian and Alexa. Hi. Welcome. And I'm just backtracking on the Francine. Hi, how you doing? And Judy. I think Cannon. Hi, Cannon. I think that's everyone visible so far. Karen, hi. Okay, just checking. How's the volume? Can you hear me? Waiting. Thank you, Kenan. Thank you, Richard. And Verpy, thank you. Yes, from Yvonne. Good, well, we can begin. I've had an interesting week in regards to insights of another way to look at creativity and our soul and us here on the earth. I mean, we have to be here, and there are all kinds of different methods that guide us to touch our creative soul, because it's like when you come in to be born, there's a veil, and the creative force, God's realm, angels, hope, beauty, all those wonderful aspects of who we are as a person is on one side of the veil, and we're on the other. And a lot of the religions, sadly to say, have indoctrinated us to think that we're too little, and we're just sinners, and we can't really touch that realm too easily. So there are a lot of different methods. I've trained in many of them so that you can have moments of touching that space. And certainly as an artist, and everyone's in the art of living, that's the place that refuels us. And I want to tell you something. I'm having a good hair day, Stefan, and decided to put it up. Thank you. Anyway, to explain how to take this deeper and have you understand a bit more about freedom and the creative relationships that you have with yourself, with others, with God, or the creative force, by whatever you might call it, your higher self, and beyond. Anyway, have you ever seen those little Russian dolls that you have a big doll, and you take the lid off, and there's another doll, you take another one off, and then you take another one off, and it comes down to itty bitty one. To a lot of people, they're the itty bitty one. But what I want to tell you is actually the truth of who you are is the big one. And how I want to take this further. To get to that realization of being the bigger one, you're actually separated from that by all the boxes or the little other beings, the Russian dolls of all sizes in between. Some people call them boxes. And all those boxes are your conditioning. All the things, all the habits, all the rules that we've been told, particularly, any culture has the rules to live together. And we're missing. We're in a culture that says punishment and reward. Or winning and failing. I don't know if you can think of some other things. Yes, Canon, the Hopi have their dolls, for sure. And is it Austria that has eggs that have Demontes on them and really beautifully painted? I think that's where they're from. Or maybe it's Germany, but that culture does it that way. But what I want you to do is feel the possibility that you're the big doll, not the little doll. And the moment you start to think that you're the bigger doll, the little dolls disappear. And you might be left with 3. And eventually, as you live this more, the winner has the most stuff. I know. David used to have a badge that said, "He who dies with the most amount of toys wins." And that's what we're up against, really. That viewpoint. And it's also there's such a paradox because we're so much more. Just reading Verpi's message. I wish somehow the world could go back to what it was before the war in Ukraine. We here in Finland live next to Russia, so the situation affects us. I know, and that's all to do with the conditioning in the rule book that we have. I got a message. Every day I get a note from something called the universe. I want to read it to you. It said, "Time and space, Ginger, is not a place you go to be taught, as much as a place you go to in order to teach. To teach of what heaven looks like on earth, of what divinity feels like in the flesh, and of what it means to dream in spite of the darkness, hope in spite of the odds, and prevail in spite of fear. Love from the universe." I found that really interesting because in a lot of the spiritual viewpoints I've often looked at everything being an opportunity to learn something. But this sort of opened up my eyes and saw that there's something more in it than just learning, because most of us at this phase have been born with insight. But the conditioning of our upbringing, our low self-worth and all that, puts us into a space of no confidence. And we think that there's nothing we can do. But there's everything we can do because we're the bigger doll in reality. And we just have to ask Spirit to guide us, to be open to that, to let go of we don't need those boxes. We don't need karma anymore. The interesting thing is that God loves us. He didn't make the rule book. People did. And consequently, we can undo the rule book. We don't need the rules in the way that we've been given, especially since they're based on keeping us with little acknowledgement of who we are truly. You can have direct contact with your soul. We need to be here, and with this message, we're here to radiate. Because it's there all the time. The angels are around us all the time. God is here with us all the time. We are so, the possibility, and a lot of artists and people that meditate, they know how to touch that place. But to really, truly, truly ascend is when we reach that place whereby we're the big doll and we've integrated, become one beyond the veil, so we can pop off. Hey, I need a real contact with some great energy of hope or love, because down here I'm still this person that doesn't quite believe that I'm deserving of it. So you pop off and you get the tune in, and suddenly you're full of light and you see it. And then you come back and you can be here. Let go of I'm just fed up of depression and low self-worth. I want to be in that place as much as I possibly can. And I want to create from it. I want to put it into my food. I want to smile. I want to be the happy that is so in us. And I'll have days when I trip up. Hi, Carmen. Welcome. And it's, I'm so happy to have this insight, and I really wanted to share it with you. To know that you're never alone. They're all around us, keeping an eye. Maybe dropping a hint once in a while. I certainly have had a few. Hint, hint, hint. Well, what I'd really like to do is help us create the bridge between the creative realm, where true love is, and ourselves, this wonderful human being, and to know that you're never alone. They will hanging around. They'll be there waiting for you to get out of your depression, constantly vibing. The thing is, Verpi, I know what you mean, and you're not alone. You're not alone. You have to keep touching that place until you know you're not alone. We identify so much with this material 3D world and all the rule books and all the things that you should strive and maybe failed and do all that stuff. That isn't who you truly are. Anyway, Yvonne has a story. She says, as a child, I always felt worried the little one could get lost. It felt to me like a gentle being that needed to be protected, and all the bigger ones were around for that. It's an interesting experience to have a different viewpoint. I'm the big. Hang on, Seymour. Don't. I'm the big puppet now, and the little one is just one aspect of my personality. This is true. And all the ones in between are the rules that you can let go or choose that's one I want to keep. That's the one that will help me dream within the darkness. That's the one that helps me be that bigger self that is in union with the higher aspect, with our soul, with the creative force, with God and us on this planet. I just get to the point sometimes, it's like, what's the point if I'm going to go around moody? Sometimes you have to stand for things. But it's like most of the time, life doesn't need to be that way. I have a choice. I'm going to switch. I know they're here. I know we're all one. I know you're here. I know we're passing love between each other all the time. And we don't have to put a name on a group or whatever. It's, that word one, we're always one with each other. It's actually many. It's not one, just one. It's the unity of many. And that's, I know when I meditate, I call upon the group. I can call upon all of you. I can call upon my children, my family, all the wonderful elders that I've met that believed in helping me find that bigger person. Because once you do that, you're not insecure anymore. You're here to solve situations. I think so too, Verpi. It took me a long time to come to accept the word God. I know that when my mother took us to church, and we all had to have my sister and I, identical dresses, identical hats, and little tiny pumps, and we'd go off to church, and I'd nearly faint from all the incense. And then the priest, in that case, because we were Catholic, would decry the Protestants, and they decry the Buddhists and the Hindus, and said it was a sin to know anything else. And I'm afraid by the time I was a teenager, it was like, sorry, I don't really think God created all these differences for us to think it's a sin to understand them. Francine says she's never alone. There's always a spirit around me. My mom is always with me, and Jessie. I know you radiate that. You all radiate this heart. And each of us have a different way to manifest it, to shine, to bring hope, just by our presence, or by the art that we create, or the music that we make, or how we help other people, and what colors you might spray on the cars that you work on, Richard. It's most of all, it's the art of creating you. Hi, Julie. Welcome. So, Julie, I would really like to talk to you separate to our live tonight, if that's possible. You can, if we're on WhatsApp, you can call me, but not tonight. Tomorrow's a good time, whenever you can, because I know you're in America. So I think we should have a meditation that will help us touch the bigger us, if everyone's okay with that. We'll have a very special evening. a visualization that will come and touch all that is great about being human and you. So, as usual, let's all find a comfortable position. And if you're sitting, please be erect. Put your hands on your thighs, if that's comfortable for you, or together in a prayer pose, whatever is comfortable. And if you're lying down, do the same. Place your hands perhaps on your heart. And please don't text anymore. Wait till we're finished. And I will put up a picture that we can work with. Just a minute. I should have had this ready. Okay, this is the one for tonight. This is a painting I did for a ballet years ago. It's actually 7 foot high, and it's called I Am the Light. So, once again, let's listen to our breath and hold it and release. Take the color in and the light as you breathe in, and hold it and release. Breathe in the light and the color, hold it and release. On the in-breath, repeat the words, I am the light. So breathe in, I am the light. I am the marriage of God and me on earth. I am the unity amongst all men and women. So breathe in the light and the color. Hold it. Allow it to fill everything within. And on the exhalation, radiate the light and the color into the world. So once again, breathe in, filling your body within and releasing it to the world. Breathe in the color and the light. Hold it within and release it to the world. Let's be quiet. Close your eyes and be still. I am the light. I am love. I am all of creation. I am God within. I am peace. We are one. Breathe in the light and the color and allow it to remove all blockages and tension. Breathe in, hold it, and release. Breathe in, hold it, and release. I am love. I am loved. I am the light. We are the light. I am peace. You are peace. We all are peace. Breathe in the stillness and hold it. And release. Sending stillness to the world. On the in-breath, bring in the stillness for you. I am still. And release. The world is still. The truth is God loves us. He has given us paradise. And we are here to shine. Within the darkness, bringing hope and strength. We are part of the new energy of consciousness. Readjusting, reframing all that went before. We are the bigger self, free of all the rules except for the ones we choose. We are ready for the new. We open our eyes, we open our heart. We are one with Mother Nature. We are one with consciousness of all beings. We are love. We are peace. We are harmony. We rejoice in our differences. As you're sitting there, send this quality of love, light, and peace and harmony. Fill your room with that. Your sanctuary. and within it put your loved ones. Now take this special feeling and love and color and spread it to your village, to your neighbor, to the whole country where you live, and spread it further to all countries. May they all discover the beauty of life and always choose peace. And allow our hearts to spread this feeling, this love, this light to all of Mother Nature, to our water, to the sky, to the mountains, to the birds and the horses and the flowers and the dolphins and the lions and the turtles and the goldfish. Breathe in the light and the love, and on the exhalation, send it to all creatures, to all beings. We are ready for the new energies coming, where peace and love is everywhere. And slowly return back to your country. To your village, to your home, your family, and come return to your body. And be still. And if you wish, call upon the Great Spirit. Call upon your higher self, your soul, and God to give you the insight, the patience, the wisdom of your bigger self, to care for everything of who you are, but to live within the energy of your bigger self. That's the ascension. That's when you and all of creation are one. Place your hands upon your heart. And silently repeat the words, I am the light. I am love. I am harmony. I am free of all judgments, for I am one with my bigger self, ready to shine. May peace be with you all. And in your own time, open your eyes, become aware of your hands, move your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, come back to the stream. Tim, I understand. And if you want to send me a message and we talk about it on Messenger, I am here. One time, my elder Indian homeopath said to me, when I had a loss, he said, Ginger, contact the place where they are, where the light is, where the love is. That really helped a lot. But give it time. Give it time. Thank you, Francine. So, is there anything anybody else wants to share? Tim, you're in our hearts, and you're not alone. It's such a time of transition. Yes, wrong side, this side. It is my angel pin. Good. As you know, I tried to put this up on YouTube, a replay, so that you can tune into the meditation on another day. Forgive me, I didn't do it last week. It's been a busy week, and I've got a mosquito trying to sting me. Yeah, I know. Do you know this jacket? It's been with me for a very long time. My angel pin I got in California, actually. You know, when they first started all happening. So it's been with me, for decades, actually. And this jacket has been as well. Thank you, Francine and Yvonne and Richard, and have a good week. Another week going by. So, Richard, I need to ask you something. I need you to come help me. So let's talk on Messenger tomorrow, okay? And Tim, I need to know, do you need me to send a certificate that you can print and put in your new book? To answer your question, Richard, yes, he is still here. And the tour keeps going through a lot of different changes. And at the same time, I am creating some beautiful, beautiful videos for the tour called The Celebration of Pink Floyd's Music. It's in my heart, it's my life, and it's in many of yours as well. And I want the gig to be a time when we all come together in that space. And that's what my vision is to create. But most wonderful things sometimes goes through a lot of loopholes in order to manifest. And we're working on quite a few. But I believe in it. I really know that it will be a wonderful experience. Anyway, that's great, Tim. Well, let me know, and in Messenger, what day that might be and when it might be, and I'll make sure that I am here. Okay? A day's notice might be good. So I will speak to everyone. Richard, I do have an idea that I think you'd be perfect to help me with, and I need to call Amy as well. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. I feel you're with me all the time. I'm with you too. So, be well. You're peaceful, you're the bigger you, and let's all dance in the cosmos together. Okay? Bye. Have a good night. And thank you for coming.